Hello. The mouse that came with the Raspberry Pi 400 kit and a normal Dell 23-inch Full HD 1080 by 1920 monitor. It was a great setup, but it felt normal. At the time, I was learning about ultrawide monitors, and I thought that would be great. I also learned about booting from the USB 3.0 port being faster on the Raspberry Pi 400 kit. I also like the feel of my Lenovo Chromebook Duet trackpad. So being that FydeOS is a Google Chrome OS alternative, the hardware upgrades began. But first I want to take a look at the Raspberry Pi 400 computer kit itself, which the FydeOS is designed for. So let's take a look at that. So it's the Broadcom BCM 2700 quad-core Cortex A72 processor. Why is that important? So the Cortex A73 version is found in the Snapdragon 835. The Snapdragon 835 is what you'll find in the Samsung Galaxy S8 and the Note 8 phones. So we're just a step under that type of processing power. We're just a little step under, that's all. So that's why that's in bold. It was important to know we don't have a slouch processor. It's not a high-end one like you'll find in the S21, but it's not that small of a processor either. The Cortex A73 type of a processor is also found in my Lenovo Chromebook Duet. So I'm also just a step under my Duet. The type of processor is compared to the Cortex A73 in my Duet. And so my Raspberry Pi 400 kit comes with the A73. So I'm just a step under there as well. Both have 4 gigabytes of RAM. So my 400 also comes with a dual band Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, a gigabit Ethernet port, which is what I prefer to use, which is what's hooked up right now too. I don't use my wireless on my Raspberry Pi 400 kit. I keep it plugged in. 2 USB 3.0 ports, 1 USB 2.0 port. Being that it's a Raspberry Pi, it still comes with the 40-pin GPIO headers, 2 micro HDMI ports, which is only one I use. I only use one. So it supports up to 4K at 60 hertz. The microSD card slot for the operating system and data. So its physical appearance is right here, the Raspberry Pi 400 unit. And it's a keyboard and mouse kit. That's the gigabit Ethernet port. Right next to it is the 2.0 port. The two ports after that is the 3.0. It uses a power-only USB Type-C port. The two ports after that are the micro HDMI. And then after that, you have the micro SD card slot for the boot-in and data. So as far as upgrades, the first upgrade was monitor, which is a 21:9 ratio monitor, 25-inch, the LG 25UM58-P. That was my first upgrade. And so the Raspberry Pi 400 micro HDMI supports the audio also. And on the back of the monitor, oh wow. On the back of the monitor has a 3.5 millimeter port for audio out. Let me scroll down here. And one of the customer reviews has that picture. And so what I do with the 3.5 millimeter out port is I put it into a sound bar. Because as you could see, the Raspberry Pi 400 kit, it does not have a separate audio out. So it's good that the audio goes over the micro HDMI into the monitor where I can plug in some speakers. There we are. I knew it was around here. So that's the back of the monitor. And as you can see right here in the green, it's the 3.5 millimeter jack for audio out. The next upgrade is the Silicon Power 128 gigabyte SATA SSD M.2 drive. So that boots the operating system, and it's the system drive. Boots the operating system and stores the data. The SSK Aluminum USB 3.1 to M.2 Enclosure adapter is where it's all housed. As you can see, it takes care of the interface of the USB 3.0 to the M.2 drive. For added support, for added ports, this is what I originally got, and I still have. Hapurs, I hope I'm pronouncing it, 3 ports of 3.0 port hubs and card readers with a power switch. I just normally keep it on. As you can see, that one's not available, so I also have this one as well. It's the same exact thing, same exact kind of hub. So for my keyboard, I use the Jello Comb keyboard. What I like about the Jello Comb keyboard and trackpad is that it is multiple device function. So it has a dongle. It comes with a dongle, which is the one that I use right now is the dongle. But you can also hook up Bluetooth on channel 1 and Bluetooth on channel 2. So you can have two Bluetooth channel devices to use your keyboard with, to declutter your desktop with keyboards if you have multiple hardware computer systems going. This would be great for those who want to use a Mac and another operating system, because down here it shows you have Window and Option or Command and Alt along with the Control. This is actually one of my favorite keyboards that I own and use. And you have the multimedia shortcuts for volume, up, down, play, pause, brightness, keyboard shortcuts for copy, cut, paste, and the trackpad with the left and right buttons on the trackpad. Now also, for my upgrade, I have the Ugreen USB audio adapter. Now I don't use it for the exterior sound that goes through the monitor. I use it for the microphone jack, which is what I'm using now to record this. I got mine in white to match my Raspberry Pi 400 computer, so they're both white. And what I like about this right out of the box, as you can see down here, Google Chrome book. Just plug and play. No drivers, no nothing needed. Everything works right out of the box for it. What I have on order, in addition to my current upgrades, what I have on order is the XP Pen Deco Mini 4 graphics tablet. I like to scribble and doodle sometimes, and it's compatible with the Chromebook. So when it gets here, I may have to do another video to see how compatible it is with the FydeOS operating system. Even if it doesn't work here, I have my Lenovo Chromebook Duet. I could compare that screen scribbling and doodling with the X Pen Deco Mini 4 graphics tablet. And this here works right out of the box with Chrome OS and Android. And it should work with the Android applications here as well. As it shows up here, you can do the draw-on with the Android. Which I'm hoping it would work. If it works for that, I could use that right here. Instead of having to go to my Chromebook Duet, I could do that right here if I had to do anything like this. The tabs are available. Oops. But I'd have to use my mouse pad. But if I had a graphics tablet, it'd be so much easier. So the tabs are available here in the Android application Word. And as you can see, it says it's natively compatible with some applications, that being GIMP, Krita, Blender, Photoshop, and other applications. And so if it works out of the box with GIMP, with FydeOS supporting both Android and Linux Beta, why not have some fun? So there you go. My FydeOS box hardware. Thank you.